Hello, so in this second video I will talk about some other impressions I had while reading the first chapter of the book Stammering, Pride and Prejudice. So there's a phrase the author used that is, the doctors embody knowledge. This really made me think about that in psychoanalysis, whenever a subject feels he's in lack in relation to the big other, this brings him a feeling of anxiety, and in order to feel realized existentially, it feels the need to adapt in order to feel this realization. And then, so in psychoanalysis, there is the concept of small other and the big other. So the small other are the little egos we interact every day, and so the sort of normal understood as normal communication we have, and the big other is is what enclosures all the social norms, the law that we have incorporated by means of language. I know it sounds pretty hard, and if you want to read more about it, I would recommend the channel of Derek Hook, or going for one of his books, for instance, 6 Moments in Lacan, which is very interesting. But you may be thinking why I thought about this, and there's a concept that's called the subject supposed to know, and this concept, and goes something like this. Whenever you go to, let's say, to a psychologist, to a psychoanalyst, and then you have this suspicion that maybe he knows something about you that you yourself you don't know, that maybe he's one step ahead in understanding your mind that you yet don't have. So this is just to make an effort to understand what this concept would be, the subject supposed to know. So we put him in this position that he's the subject supposed to know, and this dialogues with the big other, because a given subject puts he locates the truth in the big other, and all his existential questions are referred to the big other whenever he wants to answer it. So questions like, who am I in this life, or should I marry this person, is this the right job for me, or what I want in my life. So these sort of questions, to answer these sort of questions, the big other always came into play, and it's a function of language. So it's pretty hard to explain in just in a quick fashion. And then, so in this model, or in the medical model, stuttering is understood rather as a lack, as a biological lack, because it's rooted in biology, in the neurological functioning of the brain, in this neural circuitry, or in a specific gene, and after an intervention should be done upon it, would be possible ideally. And then why I'm saying this, because for a person who stutters, for this subject, it sees himself as a subject in lack in the objective order of reality. And this is substantiated by the representants of the truth, the doctors themselves. So I think that, of course, everybody has the right to access phonological speech pathology treatment if someone feels like, but they shouldn't see this as the only way to have personal realization, to feel themselves as complete. Yeah, I think that's the point, and I think also we can see this pretty easily, or not so easily, but we can see this in stuttering groups where this discourse appears very frequently in the fabric of their discourse. You can see it's there, and I suppose even in the internal dialogues, this is a question that reappears and reappears and reappears and insists itself. So that's the second. That's for now what I have read, and I'll keep talking in a third video. Thank you very much for your attention.